So hello everyone and welcome to today's RLE. So I want to preface this by saying that I'm not going to mute this particular RLE. There's language in this RLE, but I wanted to keep it in context. The only thing, and I don't know what happened in all transparency, so I was scrolling through TikTok, and when people go live, I tend to jump in. I give it a little bit to see what's happening, and then I jump in. But I have to be very mindful of what I say and do now, because they will immediately block me, and then I can't get content from the rest of their channels. This particular channel, Annie Nicole, and so she was streaming live on TikTok, and I was baffled because I thought that, you'll see. I was completely baffled. So when this picks up, again, I apologize that it looks weird, but I am the one she is talking to right in the beginning. Why I didn't get it on there, I don't know where that screenshot went. If through the editing process after I'm already done pre-recording this, and I find that beginning, I will definitely add it to this. But as of right now, I cannot locate it. So anyway, let's take a look at today's RLE that should really prick your spirits. And I want you guys to understand this, people follow this as though this is true gospel. And so again, I want to apologize again in advance of the language. The arrogance of Annie, I want to say Anna Nicole, but they kind of look alike, and they look alike. And they're both unsaved, so there was that. So anyway, I'm just gonna shut my mouth. Or maybe I should move my hair around like she does. Anyway, here we go.
Keep preaching. You're right, girl. You're right. I'll have to play with it a little bit. Are you a Christian? I'm so confused.
So that was my comment because of what she was saying. I was completely confused because, and you're going to hear it. That's why I'm not going to mute this. I was completely confused that she's calling herself a Christian. Right. And it's funny that these people want to go off, so to speak, and yet they mute you. I already sent her a message through TikTok, and of course, as always, she either deleted it or didn't get it. I don't really care. But anyway, Annie, Nicole, Anna, whatever your name is, sure, why don't you come on here and we can have, maybe I need to do my hair and my makeup though first to make sure I show my cleavage and stuff. That way, maybe then I could be more relatable to you and your hood and your ungodly followers.
Are you all right? I hope they're still watching. That was nice you muted them. Are you a Christian? If you were a Christian, you'd know what spirit I'm coming in.
I'm actually a born-again believer, and actually that is why I came in, because you and I are not of the same spirit. You realize that, right? I'm of my Father, and you're of the devil.
Right, though, cousin? Jesus Christ. Did I cuss? Is that what happened? That's usually what confuses the religious folks. She's not a Christian. She said the F word. Okay. But you gossiping and you judging. But all right, let's move forward.
Even listening to that again on playback, and I'm going to play one more video from her, even listening back to her arrogance, she's going to be knocked down a few pegs when the rapture happens and she's left behind, should she make it through that. But at Judgment Day, Annie's going to really face the wrath of God. It is a complete disrespect and a lack of respect for a holy God. And I would hope and pray that maybe, just maybe, she would fall upon her face, admit that she is a wretch, a disgusting sinner before a holy God. And at that point, she would put her faith and trust in Christ alone and allow God to change that evil, wicked, conceited, arrogant, prideful, wretched heart that she has. Because right now, Annie, you are hellbound That's where you're going. I hope you realize that. You are hellbound and you are a mockery to those who actually serve the risen Christ.
Y'all don't want me like that. Let's move forward. Stop with your opinions. That's the point. Some of y'all got too many opinions, and so God can't show you what he wants you to do. I don't want to wear that. I like literally. I need soy milk. Shut the and do what he tells you. This isn't a democracy. It's a dictatorship. He is king and we are not. That's it, and that is all. And if you want to do what you've been created to do, I would highly suggest your opinion right now probably shouldn't matter. But you know what? If it still does, it'll get tight enough for you. Just wait. You'll get hungry enough. You'll eat what he's serving you. I would say now is probably right. Not the soy milk caramel macchiato with pumpkin spice latte. And they're not Today Satan shirts on with like, somebody literally cut me off in traffic. And I said, not Today Satan. I'm like, what the hell's going on right now? Are these people real? They are. Not today, Satan. That's the attack you had today, that somebody cut you off in traffic? Oh, we're not the same.
Her arrogance is beyond reprehensible. She is reprehensible. And it is very, very sad when I join these lives on TikTok. I had one gentleman who has since finally blocked me, Evan. I will be covering him in the weeks to come as well. But as I said, I mean, I understand some people don't want TikTok, and I get it. But every app that we have on our phone, we're being spied on anyway. I just think it's a beautiful platform for us to share the gospel. Even if they don't want to hear it, hopefully seeds have been planted. And I highly recommend that everyone download TikTok. So again, if you have Google on your phone, it doesn't matter. If you have Facebook, Instagram, it doesn't matter. They're all watching and listening anyway. I don't know why we seem to think TikTok is so different than every other app that we use. I mean, if you play games on your phone or your tablet, they're watching you there as well. So I think that some of us avoid social media, but in this day and age, I don't think we really should avoid social media. It is literally the plumb line to reach the lost. It absolutely is. And it's also the plumb line to call out these shenanigans of people like this girl, Annie. But she's a disgrace. This is very sad to hear. And even on playback, it vexes my spirit and it saddens me because she truly thinks that she's serving the King of Kings, and unfortunately, she is serving Satan. I hope you guys understand that. I guarantee you from the comments that I read on her wall, she is not the only one who is massively deceived, thinking that they're on their way to heaven. That's why I'm sharing this. Annie, you are deceived, thinking that you're going to heaven. And I don't even understand what you're talking about. Soy milk, lattes. What are you babbling about? You're just a fool, as the Bible calls you. You're a fool with these just babbling. You're just blah, 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 blah. You're babbling over nothing. You're mocking a holy God. You're thinking that you're in right standing, and you're anything but. You are anything but. But it doesn't break your heart, does it? No, because you sit there with arrogance, playing with your hair, trying to look cool and pretty. Yeah. It's not going to matter either at the rapture or when you draw your last breath. It's certainly not going to matter because you're going to stand before a holy God. And when you're left behind, should the rapture happen and you're left behind, and should you make it past all of that, you will be, hear me, Annie, you will be deceived because it's the right judgment to fall upon you. The Bible speaks about people like you. You've been warned. You have been warned.
Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, though? You know who I'm talking about? I missed you, too. I missed everybody on here. I'm just happy to be still in the kingdom. You know what I mean? Especially, like, I stay away from the news, but I also know it's season 4,268 of America, and I'm not getting involved in that because media is a whore.
So here's her page. She just looks completely vain. But anyway, you can see here, first and foremost, right? What is all this, right? Pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. If that's the first thing you see on someone's YouTube channel is how to pay them, I don't care what kind of Christian circle they're in. Hear me on that. If that's the first thing that you see. And then here, she also wants, you can charge her 15 minutes, $25, 30, 45. So you can have meetings with this bona fide heretic or whatever it is that she is. So let's go ahead and read some of these reviews. Amazingly glorious. Glory be to Yahweh. The experience was one I will always cherish. Annie is so encouraging. Yeah, she sounds it. Uplifting. Was that before or after she curses and goes off on people and is ego with her hair? And she just, there's something that really bothers me with this girl. A rare treat. Well, you can have that rare treat. I'll stick with Jesus. My focus has shifted. There's that new age word. Anyway, let's go ahead and scroll down here. All these 5 stars. Annie is incredible. She knows everything that the Lord is saying. I cannot recommend her enough to people. I think that's assuming that's how I read it. So she didn't type it that way. She is the real deal prophetic. Her light shines forth from an incredible soul. What? No. Anyway, you can see goes on and on and on. These people have people bamboozled. That's what they have. But guess what? Annie, girl, you need Jesus. This is your warning because the rapture is soon to happen. And when you're left behind, because you will be, because you and I don't serve the same Jesus. You serve a God of your own vain imagination. But anyway, sweetie, when you're left behind, because you will be, the Bible tells me about people like you. I hope you make it through that ordeal. And if you do, may you fall upon your face. And you remember the girl who called you out on the live and you began to get sarcastic with her. But if you don't, you'll get the very demons that you have invited into your life. You'll get your fill with the Antichrist and the false prophet. May the truth of God's word begin to convict you, because right now you are on your way where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Bye.